We all have one mind, but within it are many mental abilities. Each of these abilities can work in two different ways, actively or passively. These aren't sharply divided, they blend together, like colors in a rainbow. When you consciously choose to think, act, or solve a problem in the moment, that's active mental effort. Passive effort, on the other hand, is what happens when thoughts or actions arise automatically. This could be from a habit you've formed, suggestions from others, ancestral patterns passed down through generations, or even ancient impulses still unfolding in your mind today. Active thought is fresh and original. It cuts its own path, pushing through resistance. Passive thought follows familiar tracks, repeating what's been done before. But here's the key: repeated active effort can become automatic over time. That's how habits are born. Once a habit gains momentum, it keeps going until a new active thought interrupts or redirects it. You can also break bad habits, or reinforce good ones, by creating new thought patterns through active effort. Your willpower can launch new mental habits that override the old ones. Every thought you have, once started, keeps vibrating in your mind. The more it repeats, the harder it is to stop. That's why bad habits are hard to break, but the same applies to good habits. The lesson here is powerful: understand your mental patterns, and you gain control over your life. Often, different parts of your mind work together to get things done. Some are active, some are passive. When you face something new, you need active thinking. But when you're doing something familiar, passive thought usually handles it just fine. There's also a deeper force at work in all living things, a built-in tendency to reach for what we need. This drive, which scientists call appetency, is a kind of passive mental impulse that's been passed down since the beginning of life itself. It's powered by both the original energy that sparked life and an upward pull from a higher source, what some call the absolute. You can see this in plants. They grow toward sunlight or water not randomly, but as part of this deeper impulse. In more complex plants, there's even a hint of choice, what you might call basic awareness. In animals, you'll find more of this active mental ability, especially in intelligent species that sometimes show reasoning almost on par with humans. Just like our bodies evolve through stages before and after birth, our minds go through levels of mental development. Humans, at the top of the ladder for now, show the most advanced forms of both passive and active thought. But even among humans, the amount of active thinking varies a lot. It's not about education or social status. Mental development is something different entirely. Look around, and you'll see it. Many people rely mostly on passive thinking. They don't like making active decisions. It's easier to let others do the thinking. But real growth comes when you start using your active mind. In both animals and humans, the lower faculties, the more basic instincts, often run automatically. But as we evolve, we unlock new mental abilities. These first show up passively, then slowly develop into fully active powers. This growth is ongoing. Some people today are already tapping into higher mental abilities. That's the hidden wisdom behind ancient spiritual teachings, especially in Eastern traditions, and increasingly, in Western ones too. Here's the exciting part: your mind responds to your will. What we often called willpower is really your mind learning to listen to the deeper power within you. Your will doesn't need to get stronger, it's already strong. You just have to learn how to align with it. Imagine your will as an electric current, and your job is to raise the connection so your mental trolley can move forward. This view may differ from what you've read before, but if you explore it with intention, you'll prove it to yourself. We're being pulled upward by something greater, and the original energy of life is still active. Humanity is now at a point where we can help ourselves. If you understand how your mind works, you can do incredible things. If you ignore it, you miss out. The person who understands their mental power develops it. They don't ignore passive thought, they train it, assign it tasks, and use it wisely. They also know when it's not working right and adjust it intelligently. They treat both active and passive thinking as tools of the higher self. Fear fades away. Freedom becomes real. That's the secret. This is what it means to awaken to the I Am.